It's raining outside, so we are inside. And I hope the fan is not bothering us because I blasted out because I was the downside of having a cool weather here is that every time it's cool, it's raining. And whenever I wash something, it cannot be dried properly because there is no sunlight. There's no heat in the air, and we are left with this shoes that is on this that is not dry enough. So the fan is on. We are in the room, and today we want to talk about something that is not particularly enlightened. It's not an insight, but it's just like it's something that I want to say today, which is like when you are in the process of changing your life, there are two particular things that is happening. If you are in the beginning of changing your life, you don't necessarily need any management for it. Wait a minute. It's actually right here. You don't need any management for it. It's just that at some point you need to learn how to manage the up and down of your reality. And that reality is built upon your emotion. So you are here to, when you're changing your life, you are managing how you feel about it. And eventually when the feelings settle, when the feeling is grounded enough in your reality, you eventually going for that feeling only. Meaning if you are here to be disciplined like I am, you are doing whatever you can to be properly disciplined within your boundaries, meaning that you're not exerting too much of your energy that you burn out. You don't put too less of effort that it sounds ingenuine, and you just put it enough for it to settle, to ground, to bear fruit for your effort. And that in itself is the, I don't know the word. Is that the word? Epitome. No. And that is the core essence of why you are doing what you want to do. So for discipline in itself, I have been talking about the burnout itself, but that's not the thing that is bothering me. It's actually like, how do we stay aligned with what we are doing? We already talked about, oh, we can do it different ways of doing things. And we have tried that for numerous of ways. And we are doing here, doing there, different time here, different time there, doing it this way. So it's a lot more, it has more weight on the things that we want to talk about. Or maybe we do it this way. It's more aligned with how we want it to feel, or do it this way. So there are many ways to do it. And they're just keeping our creative source going. But then there are parts where it was a downfall of the effort. You just never get to it. And that, if you don't know how to like managing your emotion in that particular time, it can cause burnout. It can cause loss of direction. Because I have done that. I have like lost my way here and there along my journey to show more of myself online. And I get into the head of like, I need to post. I need to post. I need to post. And then I lost my direction. And I'm like, okay, pause. You need to learn how to pace yourself. You need to know, okay, this is not the time. This is not the feeling. This is feeling management again, emotion management again. This is not the feeling that we want to go for, so don't go for it. Just stop. What would happen if you stop? This is a stress management here. Because if you cannot hold the pressure to change your life, if someone else out there has a different vision about what you can do for yourself, then you're going to follow that person's narrative instead of yourself. So the direction is important as well. So the management is what bothering most people off, because they need to know, oh, this is the time to put more effort. This is the time to put less effort. This is the time to pull back from this. This is the time to regain our focus and just like be there for ourselves instead of the others. That is what threw people off, because they don't know what they need to know. And they cannot know when they are moving too fast. So they need to slow down. But slowing down meaning slower progress. Probably. So this is where we don't really know if just by doing we'll get the outcome that we want. Because just because you do something doesn't mean it will be fruitful. Doesn't mean it will cause the thing that you want to happen, right? There are things that you know in between that, okay, and you start to hone your feelings, which is the feeling management itself, because your reality is based upon your emotion, what you feel, how you turn up, the signs along the way, and you start to feel the coincidence, you feel the synchronicity, you feel people helping you, feel people energize your commitment and all that stuff, responsibility, your discipline, your sense of direction. It all comes with pacing. It all comes with like, okay, I understand this. It comes with your feelings. So if you can hold yourself, understand the plus and minus of your own feelings, then you will get to change, to have that change that you want. And I'm in the process of that, and I'm still like refocusing myself into, okay, is this the direction that I want to go for? Because if you are moving too far beyond the stress, beyond the pressure, you never get to refocus yourself. You're losing yourself in that way. And when you need to actually regain your feelings, regain yourself, you start to notice it's actually a lot harder. I actually lost too much to regain myself. And then you go into secluded pace, secluded space again, because you don't know how to get yourself back. So there are nuance to it. There are times when you don't need to take a step back, but you need to also know when to not do that. Is there when you are lazy, but is that lazy needed? Or is that lazy just like you are telling yourself that you are too scared to move forward, even though you have found the signs that let you know you can move forward? Which is what I did. I have found myself in the middle of that, and I found myself not wanting to write. And I'm like, okay, but you do know what you want to write. Yeah. But you don't want to do that. Yeah. Move. Move your ass up. Do that. So now you get to notice the feeling is the core trigger of what to what. The connection between your inner reality and your external reality. When you know that you move from fear, you need to counterattack that. You cannot move from fear to change your life. Whatever fear is that. If you are angry, how do you actually take care of your anger? How do you actually decline that anger into like, okay, we can do it differently to be this way? Are we like not accommodating to ourselves? Are we not doing the things that make us want to be seen? And therefore, like we just like go into our cage and into our room and not showing ourselves properly. Because that nuance of feelings is different. It has a different counter to it. So In the parts of you need to be aware of your feelings. You also need to know how to actually do that. That in itself can like slow you down, because if you haven't gone into the burnout stage, into the anger stage, into the blame stage, into the sad stage, into the what others, frustration stage, there are so many feelings that can happen in your time of change. If you haven't gone into one particular feelings, then you will slow down, because you don't know what you will know. And you need to be so aware of your surrounding, of your inner landscape, of your outer support and experience, to be like, oh, this is how I need to handle it. Oh, this is how I can handle it. And then there are uncertainty, which is a different term to risk. Risk is something that you already expected might happen, but it also unexpected in a way, because you don't know when it will happen. If it happened in the way that you vision it, you're the one who make it happen. Why? So there's also a review stage that you need to do in that time. So there are many things that you need to do in the process of you changing. But in that time, let yourself walk the timeline. Don't run, don't fly, walk. Because changing is such a sensitive topic, because you don't know what you will know. I don't know what I'm going to get. I do get the signs of, okay, this is the part of the condition that we might get. This is the risk that might occur in this certain situation. This is maybe, this is maybe, this is maybe. I still don't know. So my point is that when you're changing, you need to walk slowly. Probably you can run if you can, but just know that at some point, if you're looping into something, you're cycling in the same shit, you need to slow down and see every single detail around that. And then you will see, okay, this is how we can do it. This is how we can tackle it. This is how we can align it. There's so many ways. So I hope that you have all the support that you need and have the best feeling about your own transformation. That's like how I do, how I'm feeling right now. But yeah, that's all I want to say. I understand that the description hasn't say anything about this live, and I will make, wait a minute. I haven't changed the setting here. Oh, it's the same. It will be updated later. I have set myself to write a short description on every future video, which is including this and yesterday. And yesterday I fall asleep and I don't want to write. That's what I don't want to write. So I will write it today. Let's see if we can push ourselves, because we already know that we are operating from fear and we don't want to double that down. So we'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Let me know if you have anything that is going on in your life that you want my support. And I wish you a good day.